Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios. It's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Buenos morning. Good morning. If you're watching us live, it is morning anyway. It's 10 a.m.
Morning.
Time. Went to bed a little later than normal last night. I see you still have re-signed Pickens as your name, which is funny.
I'm struggling with that. So if I feel like if I write it enough, they say when you write things down, it resonates better.
I like it.
Because I'm still on the fence. But the more I see from the kid, the more I'm like, I don't know how you let him walk, but I fully understand the salary cap, which is stupid. And, as you mentioned last night in the Cowboys post game, brought to you by Price Chevrolet and GC Services, you just took on Quentin Williams money. You got Dak, obviously, you got Trayvon, you have CD's money, but I don't know how you let the best wide receiver on the team go. And that's no slight to CD. Just Pickens has been better for these first 10 games. But again, you never know what a kid's going to do once he gets paid. That's the problem. But now I'm saying re-sign Pickens.
And clearly he and CD are buddies.
Is
evidenced by them getting suspended for missing curfew together.
Bro, they had this schedule. They had this game circled. When the schedule came out, they circled Vegas. They knew who they were going to fly out or who was already there. It was a movie. It was a movie.
Yeah.
They had a movie and they said, hey man, Shotty, he gonna, he might take us out the first series. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna fly a couple in, or he's got a couple out here. We're gonna have us a good time and go beat the shit out the Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine that conversation? Hey, it's Shotty. Hey man. There's 100 cameras in the hallway where y'all came in at 2:40. I mean, come on, man.
Dog.
But it's fine. They missed the first series, and you knew they were in trouble together because they were standing there shoulder to shoulder, like, oh shit, like kids in the principal's office. You ever go to the principal's office? Y'all all just sitting in the same bench, waiting for it to be your turn.
Hell yeah.
All's well that ended well as the Cowboys, of course, beat the shiznit out of the Raiders in Vegas last night. We were up late talking about it for me, it was late. I went to bed at 11:30, which was late for me. But, so the Cowboys got a win. It was a must win, and they look good doing it. So we'll talk about that and a lot of other stuff this morning. It is In the Building. It's show 447. Under our watch at the Texas Cheerlicker Studios, we are emanating from the house. Appreciate that. We got stuff to do, and I needed to be at home today, so we are emanating from our respective dwellings here in San Antonio, Texas. The audio disseminator is Jose Bouquet. If you'd like to donate to the cause, you may certainly do that. You can jump into the super chat. We already got people in there now. What's popping her body? You can tip us that way if you want to. Why would you tip your barista who does not do anything but simply take your order? Tip us. We bring you badass sport and man entertainment each and every day on our YouTube channel. You can also become a member for just $4.99 by clicking join on the channel. Yes, sir.
Man, I felt bad for Buki last night. He got these long days and he looked super tired.
Oh,
and
okay.
He looks exactly the same right now. I'm like, dude, so that's just how you look.
Can y'all see that? That's Buki last night.
Yeah, you know what? He looks a little bit more refreshed, actually.
That is not just him being tired. That is the THC swelling around inside his cranium. That's what that is. Come on, man.
It's the same angle. Now.
That's Buki last night.
Man, Buki.
The hair always looks the same.
My man got. I'm jealous, dude. Like y'all got this. Y'all fall asleep and y'all wake up and your hair is freaking grown another inch. I wake up and only the hair in my ass is grown.
But we can talk about ass hair all day. I've got plenty of it.
Gross.
Forest down there, Mike.
I want to start. I saw this online this morning. I want to fuck the show up from the gate.
Go for it.
Got a hypothetical for you, Mike.
All right.
You have to jerk Buki off,
Okay.
or Nina dies.
Oh, and that's no brainer. Come here, Buki. Drop them pants.
Well, it takes 5 strokes, Mike.
I'll do both hands. I'll use the double trump. I'll do the double trump.
Yeah. It only take 5 strokes, Mike.
It wasn't even no hesitation. I wouldn't ask Buki that because I know what he would do.
I love that woman. I mean, I would murder for her probably. It depends. It depends. Jerk him off? No problem. It's okay. Fine.
All right, we haven't gotten.
You wouldn't be able to
yet.
look me in the eye anymore, but
sure I would. I could do it. Thank you though, because I don't know how to jerk off another guy.
Buki, if it's Buki, Anna had a good run. She's got life insurance. Mike, I'll touch Mike's, but Buki, I'm not touching that thing.
Would you open mouth French? What are we doing? You did this fucking show up. Would you open mouth French kiss Buki?
Okay.
$500. You have to kiss him for 5 seconds.
Okay.
Open mouth, $500.
$500?
$500. Kiss Buki.
No,
Open mouth, 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Here's your $500. No taxes, nothing. Cash.
There's times in my life where it's yes. I mean, we're a fledgling podcast, but
we are.
We're doing okay to where 500 ain't gonna cut it. Not Buki.
Yeah, I would do it without skipping a beat, man. I'm saving my lady's life. Now I wouldn't French kiss him for $500. We need 4 figures at that point.
Yeah, it's got to be 4 figures.
Yeah.
5 seconds, 4 figures.
I don't know that Nina could look at me the same if I do that for 5. She'd be like, "You did that for 1,000? You're gay.
You're gay."
It's okay, but you're gay. We need to talk about our relationship. I don't want to risk my relationship with that woman. So no, but I would.
I didn't even start this conversation.
$1,000 a second. All right, there's a good idea. You French kiss him, maybe just for a second, you get 1,000. But the longer you go with each second, it's another 1,000.
30K changes my life. I give him 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30K would change my life too. Shit, 3,000 at this point.
Passionate. I grab him by the hair for 30 seconds.
Jesus.
That kinky Puerto Rican hair. He says he's Venezuelan. He looks like Bad Bunny with that haircut. You look like Bad Bunny didn't get a record deal. That's what you look like. Like you look like Bad Bunny if he didn't get famous and he's running a plantain shop.
I got property taxes. Buki, open up.
I don't know if I'd be able to kiss Rudy's beard. I don't know how I feel about that.
Good Lord. All right, we got money coming in, and I'm happy about it. We'll get to it in a minute. All right, so, I mean, I know we did an hour-long post-game last night.
Yeah, we did.
Most of these people watching today probably didn't watch it. I don't know if they did or not. So, I mean, I'm not like I'm football expert, but I saw that coming. I wasn't surprised.
No.
They played as well as they did with the bye week, coming off the big trades. Dak needed a break. Football was a respite from losing Marshawn Nealon. You figured they would rally around him. All the guys that were not in uniform all had the T-shirt on. The Raiders are absolute just ass. It's a must-win game. I figured the Cowboys would play about as well as they can, and they played about as well as they could last night.
Yeah. Well, we did talk Cowboys. I'll say this. You run the ball 3 times, talking about the Raiders in the first half, because you only get 1 yard of carry before someone is breathing down Genty's neck. But yet you decide to run the ball on the 1 yard line in your own end when you haven't run the ball all damn night. That's what happens when you have Chip Kelly. That's what happens when you're the Raiders. That type of shit. But on the Cowboys side, I was reading Kenny Clark's quotes from last night. And he just said there's no drop off when any one of us comes out.
No.
And I don't know if Kenny's just, feeling the vibes in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't really think of the defensive lines that he played with in Green Bay, but Kenny Clark said in the post game last night, this is the best defensive line that he's ever played with.
Wow.
So again, with Nealon, everybody's emotions are all over the place. Shoddy broke down. last night in the locker room. I don't know if that was the case, but it's a look up. And all we ask is them to move up a few spots.
Yeah.
And I think they took the first step. They're not running, but they took the first step into correcting their biggest problem, which is their offense. And it made Dak better last night as well. So props to all around great performance, because again, they're not a team that you can just, if you're Philly or if you're the Rams or hell, I can't even say the Patriots, they beat the Patriots. But if you're one of the better teams, you can say, we're supposed to beat the Raiders. But the Cowboys weren't at that level where they can just chalk up anybody as a win. We found that out when they faced Jacoby Brissett. Mm-hmm. So that's a good win, because you're not that good of a team.
Right. And all we've been asking them is to improve a little bit on defense.
Right.
We know you're not going to turn into the 92 Cowboys defense.
No.
I don't know. Turn into last year's defense, at least. Make the other team punt twice in the game as opposed to never. That's all. And you had Quinnen Williams, who had a massive impact on the game. And he actually, because he's now there, it saves Osa Odighizuwa's energy. It saves Kenny Clark's energy, because they just rotate the three of them kind of in and out based on the technique that I'm not to get all technical, but whatever technique that they want to play on defense at the time. And you had the return of DeMarvion Overshown. I mean, I don't know how long he's going to play in the league. His knees are cheese, but he's healthy enough to play now, which is good. He had issues with the mechanical brace, but he's back on the field. Can't get worse. Logan Wilson, the kid you traded for with Cincinnati, was on the field last night and got playing time. Malik Hooker returned last night and had an impact on the game. And I know we're talking about the Raiders, but still, we talk about the Cowboys too. They suck ass too on defense. It's worst defense in football going into the game last night. It was nice to see the kid they drafted in the third round, Siobhan Ravel, who's huge. And they want him to be their next Deron Bland breakout safety or corner. And he was on the field. So it got better because you had different dudes out there. And yes, it helped that you played the Raiders. The Eagles, check back 6:30 next Sunday night, and let's see how things go against our Eagles team that's struggling on offense.
I hate the fucking
That's
Eagles.
what I'm saying. Eagles, we found out we thought last night we would be at about 4.5. I don't know if the line's out yet, but the Eagles, they have their problems too. They're on their sixth off. Jalen Hurts is on his sixth offensive coordinator. Maybe that's part of some of the problems. And you're at home, and I feel like you're going to get another boost of energy, I guess you want to say, because it's going to be the first home game since Neyland. I mean, you started your first game with Neyland on the road, so I would expect a whole tribute to him. That it could go either way, but nonetheless, I think they took a step in the right direction yesterday. You got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat first, and then you worry about it. It's a good warm-up game for this Philly team coming in, and it's a division game, and they almost beat them in week 1 before the freaking rain delay or whatever that was we had.
All right, so I don't want to completely overreact here, although I've been known to do it. But after that last night and seeing what they can be when they play at their best, and with the new dudes on defense, the guys they traded for and the guys that have come back from injury, and Rudy said last night he's giving them a puncher's chance to win on Sunday. And I tend to agree. I think while on yesterday morning I would have told you that the Cowboys were going to get their ass kicked at home next Sunday by the Eagles. Now I'm not ready to think. I don't think they're going to win necessarily, but I don't think it's going to be some blowout. I think Dallas has a legit shot in this game.
I want me some glory hole.
I think they may find some of that.
Yeah, and I also feel like if you feel like your defense can actually get a stop, it changes the play calling for Shadeur as well. Like, if you feel like, hey, you know what, the defense is playing good, it's third quarter, we're on our own 45. When the defense that we've had for the first 8 weeks is out there, I'm going. Now, we punt and live to fight another day because, our defense is playing better. It changes a lot. You're not having to look for the big play. You're not necessarily having to get 7 every time you touch the ball. It changes everything if this defense can be better for everyone. So field position, I mean, again, you punted last night, you punted down to the 2, and you end up with the safety because now you have some actual push up front and guys that can collapse the pocket and close up those running gaps, because the running defense has been terrible as well. Now Kenny Clark, what he was brought in for, what Jerry said he was brought in for, was to help stop the run, which is something.
Right.
Even when they were going to the playoffs, that was their Achilles heel. Micah sucks against the run. We suck against the run. Now we get to see the fruits of the Kenny Clark trade as well. So it changes the dynamic of everything, not just what they do on defense.
Yeah, and Dak in his career has been really, really good at home. So I think that they have a real good shot to win this game on Sunday night. All right, it is in the building. We have a little announcement coming up here in a minute that basically a thank you to all of our people we'll get into here in a second. But let's get violent here on a Tuesday morning, shall we? It's time for people I want to punch on In the Building and Love You Hard TV.
Now, it's time for people I want to punch on In the Building.
I bestow the floor to Rudy J. Who you punching today, man, and why?
You're a historic franchise. The league is better when you're better. You're one of the few teams in the league that has fans nationwide. And speaking of the Raiders, I'm punching the Raiders, man. You have 22. I said this last night. You got 22 starting positions, and 17 of them should be in the Arena League. And you draft Genty and have the world thinking he's a bust and he sucks and he's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
No, after taking a tight end the year before in the first round, and no one to block, pass protect, no one to run block, nothing. The Raiders mean too much to the NFL. It's one of the few teams that I can say that about. They mean too much to the NFL to be this bad this long. Punch the Raiders. Y'all got a huge fan base. People followed you from Oakland to LA, back to Oakland, now to Vegas. And you're one of the marquee franchises in Vegas. You know, everybody's rushing to Vegas, and this is the product that you're putting out. Punch the Raiders for just not living up to the standard and being gosh awful. Again, the Cowboys have been too, but the Cowboys have had some playoff runs. They've had some unfortunate breaks over the last 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. The Raiders have just been gosh awful. And so punch them for not respecting them, doing better by their fan base.
Mark Davis is pretty inscrutable. Like, the NFL can't do much about him because he doesn't. I need him to get popped in a brothel. I need him to drop an N-bomb or something. He's so bad for the NFL, the Nepo baby owner that runs the Raiders, which is highly unfortunate. You know, he ain't exactly Peter Holt Jr. up there running those Raiders. And they bring in Tom Brady. I don't know what Brady does other than sit in the booth and act like he's got power. And I mean, poor Pete Carroll, it may be time for his ass to go. I said this last night. You know, he needs to go back to the mullet. He has a house in Hawaii. He used to live about 1 mile from where we lived in the Hell's Gate. He used to just go back there and post up. He's 74 years old. And, you know, and Aikman and Joe Buck said 3 times last night that in their meeting with Pete before the game, he told them 3 different ways. I can't believe how bad we are. I did not see this coming. I can't believe how bad we are. It's the Raiders, Pete. I could have told you not to take the job. I'm not trying to be ageist, but some of this could be on Pete too. But like you said, their draft suck. And I love Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is a stud, but you have the 13th overall pick and you have no offensive lineman and you draft a tight end. Okay. This past season, you did the cardinal sin. Again, my cardinal sin is you don't ever draft a running back in the first round, and you do anyway in the top fucking 6, and you got no offensive lineman. Ashton Genty's the worst running back in the league statistically, but we have no idea what he's going to be in the NFL because
he should have best been a 3rd round pick. You said that draft night at best.
Yes, he played in that shitbag conference, and when he played Penn State in the playoffs, he didn't do shit. He was terrible. He didn't do anything. It's awful. So once again, I'm sure they'll have a new quarterback, a new coach, and a new OC next season, and Mark Davis will be the only thing that's stays there. He's the problem.
Sitting there next to his 20-something-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
Oh, yeah. All right. I want to punch the asshole Department of Public Service state trooper.
I can't. Yeah, we should have punched him yesterday.
The other day during the A&M game where the kid from South Carolina was boat racing into the end zone and ran up the tunnel, slowed down, and as he's coming back, for some reason, that state trooper decides to walk up the tunnel to get in the kid's way, and the kid has shoulder pads on. He couldn't control what he was doing.
And he forearm shivered him.
Yeah, and the cop just turns around. Fuck that guy. What an asshole. He should be suspended. That and good on his boss, who was there, who sent his ass home in the middle of the game and embarrassed him. Good for them. Because the last thing the DPS needs is, oh, here we go, a white dude with a badge showing his. How dare you get in my way? You're in that dude's way, asshole. You're interfering with the game.
And I think
Bullshit.
the biggest question I've heard posed is, what's he doing without 40,000 cameras around?
Well, I know. See, that's what happens. That's why they sent him home. Can you imagine his boss seeing that? Oh, fuck. Because, most cops are decent human beings, I would like to believe. Most troopers are decent human beings, I would like to believe.
Agree.
But they are an entity that runs our world that clearly, and their managers are aware of that. They don't have any mulligans with society, whether that's fair or not.
And props
the
to
thing we all agree on, we don't want to see asshole cops be assholes in public. It's just gross.
And props to his teammate who talked him off the ledge, because he was ready to turn around and say something. And his teammate. And then if you do that, then it changes the conversation. So the fact that they walked off was the best thing, even though they were in the right. Again, we've all had run-ins with the law. The best thing you can do is, keep your head down and keep it moving. I know that's not a popular take with a lot of people, but it's true. And so luckily his teammate was there with him, and that didn't turn into something else. So props to his teammate for sure.
Right. So punch him. All right. It is In the Building, presented in part by Orlando Kell, the official lawman. Not a lawman, but a lawyer of In the Building. Family laws, what Orlando specializes in, whether it's divorce, custody issues. In my case, I've been divorced for years now, but a couple of times I've had to go and tweak the decree to change things. People move, money changes hands, people get jobs, kids get older, things of this nature. Orlando handles all that thing. Orlando took a case a few weeks ago on a deed issue. Guy, signed a deed with his ex-wife and blah, blah, blah. It's not my business, but Orlando took care of that too. It's Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer In the Building. 210-775-4995, or you can email Orlando at orlandokilllaw@gmail.com.
How's Orlando doing? I know you talked to him during and after the Georgia game.
Not awesome. He's ready to get on to the offseason. He thinks they may lose to Arkansas and thinks they're going to get boat raced by the Aggies. Orlando's the typical college football fan. The losses are the worst things in the world. The victories are the best things in the world. But Orlando's pretty down the middle, because I can always tell when the Longhorns are playing, because he'll start blowing me up. He's pissed at Sark.
A lot of diehard Horns fans are down on Sark.
Doesn't want him fired. He's just pissed at him.
Pissed at him. I don't think, again, Sark asked this question 2-3 weeks ago. There's a lot of great jobs. Who are you going to get? Again, I'm asking, this is a Otani slider I'm asking you, Mike, but if they were to fire Sark, who would you want? I know, and again, we didn't discuss this, so if you don't have an answer right now, that's fine. But that is the question. If you don't, it's got to be a name. It's got to be someone that can handle the boosters. It's got to be someone that can coach up talent. Who are you getting?
Well, if Sark were to walk, because I wouldn't fire him. He doesn't deserve to be fired.
Yeah, well, let's say he goes to go to wherever.
Yeah, he leaves for I don't know,
LSU. Say LSU, whatever.
Well,
or an NFL job.
Maybe Lane Kiffin.
Lane can put up with the bullshit. Lane is a handshaker and a baby hugger.
Mm-hmm.
I like Lane there.
And he's egotistical enough and arrogant enough to handle that job, because only a few guys can do that job. Only a few.
Damn.
So did you see?
I'm not mad at that answer, Mike.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm not mad at that answer.
Ole Miss has given Lane an ultimatum, though.
What happened?
They've given him until, what is the date? They told him, we need you to make your mind up on LSU or Florida by the Egg Bowl when they play Mississippi State. They've given him basically 3 weeks here, 2 weeks basically. If you're going to take one of these jobs, we need to know right now. Or if we get to the Mississippi State game, then you have to stay. If you're leaving, you need to tell us right freaking now.
The only job that makes sense to me that's open is Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Lane could be possibly plotting.
I think Lane wants to stay in the SEC for sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. And I think as cocky and arrogant and weird as he is,
they may be hearing some stuff that we haven't heard, because that's a weird ultimatum.
I know. But that's also life in the SEC. It's brutal. It's cutthroat. It's blood war. It's fucking politics. Those people hate each other. All those schools.
Damn, I didn't hear that. That's good information.
Yeah. So it's funny you mentioned Sark, because last night, Desmond Howard, of all people, from Game Day.
Yeah.
So he's literally taking his trash out and decides to pop his phone open. And Desmond's like, hey, I'm taking the trash out, but I just wanted to pop on real quick. Desmond Howard said last night that he has heard that it is possible that it's very, very possible that Sark and UT agree to part ways at the end of the season. That's what Desmond says. He's like, just saying. I don't want to give any names. I can't reveal anything. I'm just saying. I'm paraphrasing Desmond. You can go back and look at the tweet. It's a video. He's like, I just wouldn't be shocked if Sark and Texas agree to part ways. Not a firing, not a quit, just a mutual decision by both of us to go ahead and go our separate ways. And so Chris Del Conte, the UT athletic director, replied to Desmond Howard on Twitter last night and wrote, that's news to me, LOL. Called bullshit on Desmond Howard. So that got really nice. Desmond Howard's not just going to throw that out there for no good.
Desmond has a job where he analyzes. Desmond's not a newsbreaker. So for Desmond to do that, I'm not saying that it's correct, but he says somebody that he was comfortable enough to roll with that.
Yeah,
somebody in the know told him that. Desmond's not that guy.
So Desmond's tweet was, happy Monday. Little something you can only get here, hashtag just my thoughts. And then that's when he said, I wouldn't be shocked if Sark and Texas agree to part ways. And then Chris Del Conte replied, this is news to me. Thanks for the insight. And then put like the hand to the forehead emoji. Okay, dude. Sark's, I'd be shocked if Sark were to leave.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
I'd be shocked. I don't think he is either. But very interesting scene that came up on Twitter between those two. All right. Before we move on, a quick announcement. I don't think it'll take the show over, but we have gone over the 1 million views count on our channel. How about that? How about that? We have gone over the 1 million. Not bad for a couple of middle-aged dads in a tech-challenged city doing a podcast.
Should have been at 1 million way sooner, but like you said, this is a city that don't like change. We saw that with Project Marvel. We see that with everything.
I mean, like in 1918 or whatever, when Henry Ford put automobiles on the market, did San Antonio not buy any cars until the late 20s because we're so behind on technology every time something new comes along? The fact that Rudy and I could get over a million people to watch our channel is a mini effing miracle. Now, I know, like, Mr. Beast farts in the wind and gets 10 million views on one post. I mean, but for me, that sounds pretty cool. So just a couple of numbers that Bouquet sent this morning. So in 2024, Rudy and I got just over 360,000 views, which ain't bad. Not bad for a couple of old daddies. And this year, as of right now, we already have over 438,000 views, with more to come, of course, the rest of this month and then for December. So we're going to wind up probably getting right at 500,000 views in this year alone, but we've now gone over. As a matter of fact, we're technically at 1,082,000 views. I didn't even know when we passed the mark because it doesn't tell you. About once or twice a month, I'll go on there and do some deep diving on our channel. And I saw that popped up. Congratulations, you've gone over the 1 million views. So that ain't bad for a couple old daddies. And I'm just as technologically challenged as anybody else in
Me
town,
too.
too, for the record. So I just want to say it's pretty badass, man. Pretty bad. Thank you, San Antonio.
I love the Hispanics.
It's not just the Hispanics; it's everybody else involved. But yes, it helps that the Mexicans like us, because if we don't get the Mexicans like us, we're not going to get 1 million views, because 80% of us are Mexicanos. Thank you.
And in true,
Shut up.
and in true Venezuelan fashion, Buki said it's the hashtag is the Buki bump.
Oh well, yeah. Bouquet's
Yeah.
taking full credit.
He's
for
taking
it.
full credit.
Bouquet, show yourself. Where's your picture at? Put yourself on the screen.
And also,
What is
he probably went to take a shit.
Oh my God! There he is. Is he taking a hit?
Hey,
Got a big old-
Buki.
taking
All
a
kidding
bong
aside, Mike called you on a Tuesday. I don't know, 9-10 in the morning.
Yeah.
And at 10:02, you said yes and saved our ass and got us rolling. And so thank you to the fans, but Buki, you're a pain in the ass. You have no sense of urgency. You won't comb your hair. But thank you, sir. Thank you. You always got our backs, and I appreciate you, brother.
He does.
Yeah, it was weird Mike calling me because we hadn't done a show in like a month or so. And I was like, why is Mike
Longer than a
calling me right
month.
now?
I mean, longer
Yeah.
than that.
I was like, what the hell? I was not going to answer because I don't answer strangers' calls, but you know.
I'm glad you had my number in your phone.
Right.
Yeah, shots to Nina Duran.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, had Bouquet. So here's the thing: LG quit just like that. He did. No notice. No 2 weeks. No. Tomorrow's my last show. Nope. Hey, I'm going to work the rest of the week. He was gone, and it was like, oh shit. And I learned a valuable lesson as a co-owner of our company that day, and that is always have a running list of replacements. And I had known in my head that if we were to lose, I always figured we'd lose LG because he'd take a job with like Nat Geo or Playboy Channel or something. And I always knew that Bouquet would be a guy that I would call. So thankfully, I had worked with Jose, with Nina doing pickles for dinner, and knew Jose some. And I knew that I didn't know if he was going to be the long-term solution, but I knew he could be the right now solution and just at least get us back doing shows. And Jose's been doing it ever since. And I will say that, well, by the way, this don't act like you're the only reason we got to 1 million. I'm pretty sure we would have gotten over 1 million with another guy too, but I don't like change on our shows. It's we have a small circle here. It's me, Rudy, and you. That's it. And the people and our partners. We're a small circle. And I got 800 employees in here. I don't like change. One person leaving creates a massive hole in our operation because we don't have very many people. And Jose, it went exactly how I thought it was going to go. For about a week or so, I was like, "Who the fuck's this kid? He's an idiot. He's stupid. His audio can't even get the audio right." And of course, but that's happened. It happened with on the radio station. It happened with Dingus on the radio station. It happened with G on the radio station. It happened with anyone who's
Hutch, Puma,
disseminated. All of them. Oh my God! Oh, I'm never gonna listen to the show again because Sam's not on anymore. I'm gonna put him. Okay, and now we got 1 million fucking views. The point is that we don't like to make change, and I get it, and our viewers don't like change either, and I totally empathize with that. But
thank you for y'all's patience.
Jose has found his little niche. It's almost like, in a weird way, his quirkiness and his silliness, while it might drive Rudy and I and the listeners a little bit nuts on occasion,
And the Spotify people.
And yeah, in a weird way, it's kind of endearing. It's almost endearing. We still can't get him to get the audio beds right. Almost a year in, but he's my dude, and I don't want anybody else. Now that being said, I don't want if he were to leave us. I mean, I honestly have no idea who we would call if he quit today. So give me some heads up. At least give us some notice if you plan not to be here.
And people in the chat, if you want to be a producer, why don't you throw your hat in the ring? We need some names for the backup list.
See, my Rudy.
Don't even say that.
Yeah, we have to trust somebody, really. And Bouquet ran a couple of shows back before LG left, when LG was unavailable, and he didn't like it.
Like that. He did not like that
at all.
Again, I mean, I want to give you some credit, but hadn't been 2 years, and for a couple of 50-ish dudes in San Antonio that is technically challenged and technologically uninterested, for us to now be at 1,082,000 views and not even 2 years in, I don't think that sucks. I think that's pretty good. So thank you to the people, man. I appreciate that very, very much. That's really good. Very good. Thank you for watching.
We literally had a guy last night come into the Cowboys chat and say, "Man, keep in mind we started this January 2024. Come into the chat last night in the Cowboys postgame and say, "Man, I had no idea you two guys teamed up. I listened to Mike on Ticket. I listened to Rudy on The Grind. This is a great combination." I'm like, thank you. But it just lets you know where we are. And I also want to thank the people. I'm kind of like Kobe. Mike's kind of like Brady, that come up to us and tell us, "Man, I miss you on radio," because y'all make me go harder. Y'all make me go harder. Y'all make me want to be consistent. Y'all make me want to make sure this thing gets to where it's going to get to. Because I'm like, bro, we're here. It's literally, you see that imprint on your pocket. We're literally right there. You don't got to be in your car. You know what I mean? No. So thank y'all too. The people that just refuse to, like, they're on radio, they don't count. Thank y'all, because y'all keep me motivated.
We already got guys in the chat volunteering to be the next guy.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, Daniel. Hey, I'm a videographer and a marketer and watch your guys' show almost every day. All right, Daniel.
All right, Daniel, you're on. Mike writes everything down. Write that name down, because
I get it.
Bookie's brother-in-law may come steal him one day.
I know.
Or his brother may come steal him one day and be like, "Hey," and this is how Bookie will say it. "Guys, my brother finally believes in me. How long do you think you need? Because I'm gonna be moving." Me and Mike gonna look at each other like, "That's it? That's your exit speech, motherfucker?"
Yeah, it'll be short and sweet. I think that's how Bouquet would do anything: a breakup, quitting a job, yelling at somebody.
"Hey, Helga, this no longer works for me."
Yeah, we're done now.
So are we gonna split custody with Molly? How are we gonna do this?
No, I've told her she gets full custody of Molly.
Oh, okay.
What? You would give up full custody of your child?
Oh my God!
You don't want the weekend?
That's not true.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're lying.
I wouldn't want to
Bookie.
see her again. I wouldn't want to see her.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying.
You would associate her with your busted relationship?
I would. No, I just wouldn't want to see Helga again. I'm good here. I've told Helga this as well. Like, I just would not want to see you after the breakup. So
all in or all out. Yeah, no friendship, no buddies on Facebook, none of that bullshit. No properties, none of that. Yeah, anyway. No dropping off the dog or nothing. But thanks, everybody.
Thank y'all, for real.
Very cool. Guillermo's in the building. You have to eat ass in order to qualify per Bookie's job recommendations or requirements. Okay.
I didn't think Bookie was I didn't think he was a salad tosser. Depends
on whose it is.
I eat the meal what it's
no, that was LG. LG wasn't a salad tosser.
No, yeah. No. Wow. Bouquet's totally down. Are you kidding?
By the way, Rudy, never forget, right before I started doing the first shows with you guys, he said, "Don't take any shit from LG, you know. If you want to do something, do it." And then I did that, and all hell broke loose.
Right. Well, okay, to be fair, you were kind of a dick to him, though.
You were.
Well, I had to stand my ground.
Jose, you were a dick to him.
But you was not your job. You're just a fill. You're like a substitute teacher. You came in, you want to change the syllabus. You know, you just
Bookie. Yeah. I've seen the text messages. You were an asshole to him.
I got to stand my ground. I can't stand my ground like a nice guy.
You said, quote, "I'm doing the show. I'm not doing it that way. You don't like it, fire me."
That's exactly what he said.
That is exactly what I said.
I was shocked. Like LG's like, "Hey, make sure you do this," and Bouquet's like, "I don't do it that way. So if you don't, I won't." He was either I'm doing it my way or I won't do it. Then I'm like, "Geez,
that is true."
LG hated you from the very beginning.
That's true. I'm very much my way or the highway when it comes to things.
No shit.
And LG is now working for the Spurs. I might see him tomorrow night. He's now working baselines at Spurs.
Shout out to LG
with the camera. And he needs to be careful running that camera. He's not a young man anymore. He's going to wind up with a messed up skeletal system. Hopefully he can get out of that job as soon as he can. Yeah, he's going to have a bad back. But if indeed he keeps that job for a long time and winds up wrecking his bones. Well, there's always Tri-City Pain Associates, the
Great
champions.
transition.
Thank you. In pain relief for athletes and parents and families and cameramen and producers and hosts. Whether you're trying to get back from an injury of playing ball or managing chronic pain or recovering after a beer league softball game, it is Tri-City Pain Associates, always there for the people. Headquartered in San Antonio, they have offices all over the great state of Texas, 6 locations in San Antonio alone, but they're also in Houston, Corpus Christi, Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth. Tri-City Paint Associates. Call them, look them up. They got one big number that goes to all different offices. It's 844-789-7246. It is Tri-City Paint Associates. Quality care delivered. All right, what else today? All right, let's get into it. Although it's been fun, we got 1 million views. Cowboys had a nice win last night, and then I'm sitting there getting ready for kickoff. I went and bought me a couple of beers for the game, got some chips and salsa, and all of a sudden, breaking. Victor Wembanyama will miss at least 2 weeks, if not 3. Vic showed up with a sore calf muscle over the weekend. They made the decision in an abundance of caution to hold him out of the game Sunday, and they looked at him on the Kings game. They look at him yesterday morning. He shows back up to the office, and they're like, why don't you sit for at least 2 weeks? So I'm not sure what to make of this. Maybe Wemby's like, this is bullshit. I can totally play. I don't, and I've been joking that, if he shows up to the office with a hair out of place, they're going to be like, oh no, let's sit you. And so they're uberly cautious with him because
with everyone.
Calf muscles have turned into blown Achilles a lot in the NBA in the last.
I don't know.
Years.
They have an Achilles epidemic.
No doubt, man. But at the same time here, we talking about Wemby. Once again, we are dealing with him missing games. And it's something that we've worried about from day one because of his body. And he put on muscle and all this kind of thing. So I've got tickets for tomorrow night. Won't see him. This will be the 5th game I've gone to in the last 3 seasons since Wemby's been here. I've only seen him play twice. And 5 times to go see the Spurs in the last 2 seasons, plus how many ever games they've played. I've only seen him twice. He misses all the time. Is this a massive concern or just another rando injury that'll be fine and forgotten, and that's not worrying?
I'm glad this happened after the show yesterday, and then we had about 17, 18 hours to let it digest. Mike posted yesterday, he brought a post up. He was promoting the Cowboys postgame show, but he brought up Wemby, and he said, what he just said, quote, if a hair is out of place, they're going to sit him. And I do have to take that into account because, they held De'Aaron Fox out for longer than they should have, and then Harper goes down, and all of a sudden, De'Aaron Fox is 100%. So this isn't new for the Spurs. Tony Parker, the infamous Tony Parker, Papa, only 29 years old. I haven't played in 3 weeks. And Pop says, get back out there. So this isn't anything new. But I will say, and this is what I text y'all this morning, I'm just going to roll. I'm going to go into every season thinking I'm going to get 65 because, again, Wemby is a dog and Wemby wants to be great. You saw that in the Olympics. And being an MVP and being Defensive Player of the Year and being first-team All-Pro means something to him. In the grand scheme of things, we as fans, we can say, championships, but Wemby wants everything. He wants to be the best on the court and he wants to be the best off the court. So I'm just going to go into these seasons just knowing that, okay, I'm going to get about 65. I'm going to get enough games out of him for him to get the games necessary to win awards and to get his Supermax one day. And I'm going to live with it because, 7'5" people it can get injured. If you look at Anthony Davis, there's a lot of guys that they're just injury prone. And I don't think it's going to be any different for Wemby. And I'm just going to accept it. Like right now, though, if with the way it's set up, he can't afford, if they're going to really hold him out 2 weeks, He ain't gonna be able to afford to get hurt much more if he's gonna get into that 65 game mark that he needs to be at. Again, now that's not important in the grand scheme of things. It's more important for him to be healthy during the playoffs. But I'm just gonna say it's 65. I'm not looking at 82 when I'm discussing in my expectations for Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, if he plays 15 seasons, he's on pace to miss 2 seasons of the 15 in games.
Damn.
But that might just be how it's going to be. Like Rudy said, we're just going to have to go into every season with Vic knowing that he's going to need time off all the time, which I'm okay with. If that means that he's healthy in April and May and hopefully June one of these days, I don't care if he misses 25 games a season, if that's what it takes to make sure that he is tip-top for the postseason. It is what it is. 7'5" people get hurt. Yao Ming played too much on injuries. And what did Yao play? 8 years, 9 seasons,
and even then,
and was always hurt.
It was always hurt. But he was still picked as a starter because of and the All-Star game because of China. But I'm gonna just take it. I'm gonna just take it with a grain of salt, man. And again, I also have to factor in he's probably gonna miss an extra 5 games just because it's the Spurs way. So
yeah, and that's okay. And I get it. I just know this. If you buy Spurs tickets excited, just know there's a 25% chance you won't see the dude because he's missed 25% of the game since he's been here. That's how it's going to be. John Fox is in the building. He has donated $9.99. Thank you. Thank you, Russ. Have a great show.
Thank you, Russ.
Thank you, homie. Thank you for your support on Cowboys postgame show, too. We have another one coming up Sunday, by the way. 3:25 kickoff in the twilight. And now that it's getting darker earlier, maybe the sunlight won't affect anything for this game in the fourth quarter. So Cowboys and Eagles at 3:25. Me and Rudy and Jose will have Cowboys knee jerks. This week it's presented by Legacy Pools of San Antonio, Texas. Thank you to Legacy Pools for sponsoring.
Oh, they want the Eagle game? Okay.
They're the prime sponsor of this game on Sunday. Russ came back in here with another $4.99. Great job, Buki. See, what's going to happen to him, like what you always say, people that work with us wind up thinking they're superstars.
Yeah.
Don't get the big head, Bouquet. Stay true to you. You just keep doing you. You're doing fine.
I have such a big ego, guys. You guys know me.
I don't want to see you rolling up here like in a Michael Irvin mink coat one day acting like you somebody. You just keep doing what you're doing. We're grinding. That's what we're doing still. Drew Show's in here. $5. Thank you. Drew Show says he thinks the Warriors hurt Wemby on purpose. Says Green went high and Broccoli head went low. The Warriors are a dirty team. WTF trying to take out another franchise player like Kawhi. Show the tape.
There's a fine line between dirty and being physical with somebody you can't guard.
Right.
Damn, Drew Show, you got I take that word serious when we're talking about sports. Calling a team dirty. What Jaja Pachulia did was dirty. That was flat out dirty. He slid under him on purpose, and they made the Kawhi rule after that. Is Draymond Green dirty? Draymond's kicked people in the balls. He stepped on people's face. Yeah, Drew Show, you're right. Draymond's dirty. That's fair. Draymond's dirty. There's enough evidence and enough on his credit report, enough on his experience for me to call him dirty. The rest of them, I don't know. But I don't know if they were trying to hurt him, but definitely over physical because, there's 7 inches in between those two guys. But yeah, Draymond's dirty. Draymond has dirty moments. For the most part, he's just a hard-playing basketball player, a little overrated, highly overrated. But yeah, he definitely has some dirty moments, and maybe that was one of them. So okay, that's fair. And you donated $5, so go ahead. Go off.
And the flip side to that, though, in defense of Draymond, and I don't know what the truth is that Wemby gets hurt all the time. So Draymond kind of has an out. I'm just playing physical defense against a dude who's 9 inches taller than me, who's dunking on my ass. I'm just trying to body him up. And, oh, by the way, my team won the game. So, and Wemby gets hurt all of the time. I don't know. Wemby's not said anything. I don't know.
Wemby's not the type of guy that's going to say that.
No, I know, probably not. And so it was funny. Draymond talked about that on his podcast last
It was funny. That was hilarious.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I was doing whatever I could on the dude." It's my.
He said, "I told him, you too little, motherfucker. You scared of me." Wemby said, "What?"
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I ain't scared of nobody. Watch this. And dunked on his ass.
Yeah, and Draymond was laughing about the whole thing. Freaking Draymond Green, man. I have a love-hate relationship with him. He's turned in he's dirty as shit for sure. But my problem is he's a pain in the ass. Like we talked about the other night after the game. Every single time you see him on camera, he's just running his fucking mouth, even on the bench. He can barely take a drink of water because he won't stop talking. Can you imagine what a beating he is on the plane, in the hotel, at practice, at dinner? It's like, dude, take a chill pill sometime. God damn, shut up. Nombre, shut up, dude. He probably sleeps bad. He's so pent up.
The dude runs to his podcast before he takes a shower after the game.
And he can't stop talking.
He can't stop talking.
He just can't fucking stop talking. So it is what it is. Wemby's out 2 weeks, probably 3. I haven't heard anything on Steph Castle's hip, and I've got tickets to the Atlanta game tomorrow night. So go De'Aaron Fox is all I can say about that. So don't they play tonight? They play Memphis, and Ja's not playing either. So I'm going to catch them. They play tonight. They're off tomorrow. Then Thursday they play the whole Atlanta back at.
Now if Castle is out and Wemby's out, I'm hoping that we have another Steph Castle situation with Carter Bryant, and Mitch Johnson is forced to play him. These coaches that just refuse to play rookies just because they're rookies. I'm like, yo, Mitch. Again, Mitch is doing a good job. They play for Mitch. They like playing for Mitch. Mitch has some dog in him. I like the job Mitch is doing. But clearly, after last season, we found out Mitch has a problem with rookies. Maybe he's cut from that old school cloth, because Pop again. Other than Tim Duncan, most rookies didn't get much run in Kawhi. Most rookies didn't get much run with Pop. So maybe just from being around Pop that long, he still needs some time. But hopefully this will force him that we get to see some of my guy Carter Bryant. I'm hoping.
By the way, tonight, not only do the Spurs have a game, so there's going to be traffic for that going to the arena.
What else?
El Tri is at the Alamo Dome tonight. The Mexican national soccer team is playing Paraguay in a tune-up for the World Cup. Okay.
So
if you were planning on going downtown for anything and you it's not one of these two games, maybe you should reassess. The traffic's going to suck. And I just wonder about an ice roundup tonight. And I hate that that's what goes into my head when I see that the Mexican national team's playing at the Dome tonight. It's just talk about the ultimate deer stand. Put up my eyes.
I would hope SA does his best rendition of LA. It says, y'all do that shit on your own time. Y'all go to daycare centers and construction sites. You can't bring that shit in here. So hopefully, but we're not LA, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's not the case. But with the way what's going on in the world today, you never know. But nothing like when El Tri's in town.
I know it's going to be a hell of an atmosphere. Hopefully, it won't get stupid with bullshit.
I love the Hispanics.
Okay, so that's tonight. Should be a fun night, and I hope everything goes fine. But I've got my fingers crossed, and I'm going to be praying to Allah or whoever God is that everything's fine. Speaking of Pop, I've seen him twice lately. Last week he showed up at practice, and you mentioned Mitch, and hating rookies. Mitch sat with Pop for a good 45 minutes during practice the other night, just the two of them over on the corner. So I don't know if they're talking about wine or, I've wondered how much, this is Mitch's team for sure, but Pop's still his boss. And I still wonder how much of the footprint or the fingerprint or whatever the thumbprint, whatever the cliche is still Pop's. And I think some, I don't know how much, but more than zero. Pop still has an influence on what goes on that court.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mitch loves him too much, to not involve him in what's going on. And then I also saw over the weekend, Pop actually he participated in a speaking engagement at Trinity University. Do you see this? He looked good. Yeah, it was Sean Elliott, and they had a couple of other local business leaders and Pop. It was like a leadership symposium with top Trinity students, and Trinity's obviously a very, very academically badass university. And Pop partook in this hour and a half long
Didn't see that.
symposium talking about leadership qualities and how to manage people and this kind of thing. And he looked good. I only saw pictures. I didn't see the video, but Pop looked pretty good, man. So it was good to see. It's good to see Pop out a little bit here lately. All right, Drew Show got mad because we're not blaming Draymond Green for cheating. I'm out. Blaming this on anything other than the play where Broccoli Head. Who the fuck is Broccoli Head anyway? What's he talking about?
One of the all these kids got the broccoli hair.
I know half the league's got broccoli hair. Blaming this on anything other than the play where Broccoli Head went Cobra Kai, swept the leg on Wemby is asinine. Wow. Drew Show, Rudy and I did not get to the 1 million views mark by being those hosts. We don't do that bullshit. You want to do that? You want to hear that bullshit? You can listen to the 2 jackass sports talk radio stations in this town. They do that kind of bullshit. We don't do that on our show. We're a realistic show. If it wasn't fucking cheating or somebody would have said something, dipshit. It wasn't like, okay, then fine. Where's Draymond's suspension? Where's the uproar from the Spurs? How come Wemby hadn't said anything? He didn't do it.
Yeah, he's talking about the white kid.
You know what? I'm glad you're out, Juice. So fuck off. That's an idiot. Don't insult me. This is an intelligent show for people that put some brain power behind their opinions. Jesus.
And it's also one of those things where it's like, certain guys at the bar, if you don't agree with them, you're an idiot. And Drew's that guy. Like,
well,
you don't agree.
I'm an idiot. Fuck off. How about that? I'll be the idiot, Drew. I'm wrong.
Yeah,
hey,
I'm like, I don't.
Money. Thanks for the money.
Yeah, for real. Jesus. Oh man, what a show! What a
this
show!
This ain't that kind of podcast, Drew. We don't roll that way. All right. I'm rolling into other things. Okay. I want to give a quick shout out. You got that picture I sent you, that old dogo. So I don't know what's going on, man. We know several people that have lost dogs in the last couple of months. We have lost 2 dogs. Nina's got 2 or 3 other girlfriends that have posted on Facebook about losing dogs. All right. One guy that has been a supporter of this show, and he's got
enormous supporter.
He's got a couple of thousand of those 1,082,000 views. A supporter, not just as a member, but a viewer, but a former sponsor of this show a couple of different times. Dale Storbeck, my man Dale, who found us while he was living in Orlando, Florida. He was a local golf pro at a local golf course in Orlando, Florida, which if you're a golf pro in Orlando, Florida, you can't suck. And right. Dale lost his dog this weekend. That's Cooper.
Lone Star Nano, for those that don't know.
Yes,
Lone Star Nano.
Yes. Dale operates Lone Star Nano. They have done business with us this year, off and on. And that's Cooper, the dog right there. He's also got 2 different color eyes, like one of our dogs that we lost in September. That's Cooper, the dog. That's Cooper, the racist dog right there. Dale told me the first time I went over to meet Cooper. He's like, I just want you to know, and I don't know why this is, and I'm embarrassed. He's a dickhead to Mexicans.
Are you serious?
I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. Because Nina came over with me one time, and he went ape shit when she walked in the door.
Hey, they say racism is taught. Dale
I
don't like the Mexicans.
Dale.
What the hell,
God,
Dale?
what is that about, bro? And no, it's funny. I don't think I think he smelled our dogs on our clothing is what it was. And by the time I didn't meet Cooper till he was older. And he was, old dogs get a little curmudgeon-y. Ours damn sure did in the last couple months of their lives. And so our boy Dale's hurting today. So I want to give an in the building shout out to Dale Storbeck, longtime buddy of mine, longtime subscriber, member, and supporter of this show and partner. Lost his dog. This has gone on a lot this year with people we know. Maybe it's our age, because you get a dog in your 30s or something like that. Because you're in your 30s and you have a house now and you're getting established and you go and get your own dog. Maybe it's my age. Divorces and dogs passing have been a huge thing in my life the last few years with friends. It's just that age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So an old bit we used to do back in the radio days when we'd have somebody that would pass just to like, because we suck at handling this kind of material. I'm awful at handling grief and very serious topics. We would always give a fart drop salute to people. We've had people before that would like call the radio station and say, yeah, I lost my dad last week and we're all struggling, but he would love it if he knew y'all gave him a fart drop, you know what I mean, as a salute. So you know what? Vaya con Dios, as he has crossed the Rainbow Bridge to the great Cooper Storbeck, best buddy of my boy Dale Storbeck. Thank you, Cooper.
How that's a term, how that's a sound of endearment that is true
Good
fashion
times.
Mike Taylor show.
Good
shit.
Good times, man.
That's a sound of endearment.
Sucks. Yeah. We haven't given a fart drop salute in a hot minute, so that's for Cooper. And my boy Dale, that's literally his best friend there. So sucks for Dale. Love you, Dale. Call you later, man. I just wanted to say that. It's been weird. Fly high, Cooper. All right, let's get out of that. I have no idea. There's no way to segue, which is why I have to panic and play fart drops. Rudy wanted to talk about ejaculation. Although, and this is the thing, when you put that in the text to book. Oh, well, never mind. To heck with sex talk. I'm watching Victor Wembanyama dribble a basketball. What am I watching, Bouquet?
Victor seems fine.
Is this from today?
This is from like 6 minutes ago.
Okay. And they would only release this to let the fan base know to not freak out, right?
I love how they did release this 20 minutes after we talked about it. Like, all Mike and Rudy are saying he's injury prone. Get the video out. You think that's a coincidence?
Well, we didn't get to 1 million views for nothing. We know what we're doing in here, you know. So that's funny. Who sent that out? The team or like a reporter or something?
Somebody there watching practice.
Of,
Who?
The Athletic. Jared Weiss.
Okay, so some dude that writes for The Athletic is up at the facility, and they would not, if Wemby were hurt, they wouldn't let the media in there to see him dribbling or whatever.
But he's also not moving much.
I know, he's just dribbling. Yeah, I know, he's not doing much.
All right, cool. I guess that is breaking.
Yeah, I mean, they insist that it's not that. They insist it's out of an abundance of caution. We just want to be over the top protective. I know they want to be over the top protective of him, which they should be. I'm not terribly worried that, and I think they're telling the truth. I just think that, like Rudy said, this is going to be life for Vic. We're going to deal with him missing 20 to 25 games a year for various things, and most of the time it's going to be just them being super cautious. Yeah, hey, how you doing? This is just, hey, Mitch, speak. I don't know. I got a little bit of a fever today, but I should be fine. No, 2 weeks off. 2 weeks off. They're just going to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could break a fingernail. They're going to make him miss 2 weeks.
And I posted this 3 weeks. It was the first. Who was that first? It was the Mavericks game. I'm gonna need Nike to step their game up. When he wears that pink, oranges, Fiesta looking Nike.
Yep.
That thing just rolls. Every time he cuts it, rolls. I'm gonna need Nike, motherfuckers. This is the future of the fucking NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Fix his fucking shoes. Those shoes suck. It's just normally the oranges. I can only really tell in the pinkish oranges ones. Again, I'm a freaking weirdo and I pay attention to shit I shouldn't pay attention to. When he wears that Fiesta Nike, I'm uneasy. Fix this shit, Nike. Moving on.
All right, very good. All right, so that's it. There's that. All right, what else today? Rudy wanted to talk about ejaculating today. And of course, Bouquet can't handle it. He has to put the most awful, disgusting word on the run sheet.
Whoops.
With a C. Have you ever said ejaculate?
No.
Or sperm?
Or schmeckle?
Cum count. So vulgar. So vulgar.
The only reason I brought this up is because it was.
You go. This is your topic.
This is the only reason why I brought this up. Only reason why I brought this up. Whenever I see a study done by people from Harvard, you have my attention. Yale,
Yeah.
Harvard, Columbia, you have my attention.
Sure.
If this was done by some kids at Texas Tech, I would have moved past it.
Or Oklahoma State.
But yeah, Harvard did a study on 30,000 men.
Okay.
And they said the men that ejaculated at least 21 times per month,
Okay.
the percentage of them getting prostate cancer dropped significantly.
I want
So
me
this-
some glory hole.
So fellas, you're not getting unless you're in a brand new relationship, she's not having sex with you 21 times. So what, maybe twice a week? If it's twice a week, that's only 8 cum shots. So you're gonna have to take care of yourself 13 times a month to get to that 21 number. So start December 1st. Let's start the 21 shot challenge. Let's start the
Okay.
20 because we got to protect ourselves from prostate cancer. So starting December 1st, we'll have a running ticker. Starting December 1st.
How
We're gonna
many
go
times
into-
you've come?
You're supposed to get to 21. Supposed to get to 21, Buki, especially for us 50-year-olds. We're gonna have the ticker. Y'all can update us in the chat.
It's not going
You're-
to kill you to say ejaculate, bro.
I
It's not
know.
going to kill you.
Hand
So-
up. I
so-
can get there.
I have
21.
no doubt you can get there.
21 times a month, fellas, to keep the prostate monster away.
Never in my life did I think I would count the times.
I think I can get there in under half the month.
Adrian says, send me the link so I can show my wife.
Right, baby, you're going to
No.
put me in the grave early if we don't have
Hey.
more sex.
I don't know how I'm getting to 21. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I'm getting to 21. I don't like myself that much.
Okay. 28-year-old me, no brainer.
Yeah.
Let's do let's do a 40. Let's do a 40 shot challenge. So at my age,
21,
You already-
like really, like be realistic on 21, Mike.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got
at
your
my age,
horny goat weed. You're active. You are active.
I am. I'm with a younger woman who's a millennial, and I try to stay as virile as I can. You know, I as you mentioned, I take horny goat weed every single day. I take that. That's if you had to take all my vitamins and supplements, you could take all of them, but the horny goat weed. Because if I've said forever, the day that stops happening, I'm going to go to Corpus Christi. I'm going to rent a little dinghy. I'm going to get in it. I'm going to row about 10 miles out to the Gulf and dump myself over the edge. I'm not going to live in a life where I can't get a boner. Now, before I do that, I'm going to try all of the different dick pills they got. And I will unashamedly try all of them. Blue Chew, Cialis, Viagra,
Yeah.
Dong water, whatever the supplements are, let's go. I ain't ever going to have a
Mm-mm.
scene where I can't get the hard on. That being said,
21. Think about it. Just count to 21. It takes a long time.
that is a lot. I'll be 51 next week. That's a lot of shots. Because here's the thing. While I'm an active guy in that category. In that
Same.
area,
Me too. Me too.
you have to space that out some. Because because there's unpredictability. I'd like to see the ages of the men that
I know. You know what? They didn't say that. That's a good question,
I
Mike.
wonder if they're college age dudes, which, by the way, lack of sex for guys Bouquet's age is a major issue in this country right now. It really is. Young men are not having sex like they should. And that's leading to a lot of problems. And no bullshit. There's a lot of data on this. People have written books about this. Young men who don't make a lot of money and don't have a lot of sex and don't have a partner. No wonder we got fucking mass shootings out the yin yang in this country. Young men are pent up. Anyway, that being said, here's the unpredictability part. How often your woman decides, let's fuck tonight.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Can't predict when she's going to be in the mood. And if I jerk off too much, what if she's in the mood and all of a sudden I can't? I don't want to. Or I'm not in the mood. I can't have that.
Yeah.
That would fuck up my pride.
Yeah. My wife said perimenopause. So there's just weeks where a week or a couple days where she's in a great mood, then a bad mood, then hot flashes, stomach hurt, bloated, You know
You
what I mean?
supposed to
So
tell us that?
she don't
Anna,
mind. She
cool.
talks about
Okay.
perimenopause on her page
All right.
all the time.
How old's your wife?
Perimenopause.
How old is
She's
Anna?
48. She's
Okay.
not at menopause. Anybody that's married to somebody around my wife's age, y'all are going through it too. Maybe your wife don't know, and that's the other thing. And then like I said, I don't like myself enough to touch myself 18 times a month. I don't even think I would feel weird and dirty.
I'm not aroused that much anymore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
I have to make it count. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna do it.
Like in my 30s, I couldn't go more than 2 days without either having sex or jerking off. Now I can go 3 or 4 days and not even be aroused, which I think that's a natural thing. Here's the thing: I want quality over quantity.
I do too.
When my lady is ready, I want to be there.
It's better.
I want to put her ass to sleep. You know what I mean?
Like, and my wife's down for the Ed Gein. Like, hey, I'm not here. Like, I'm not into it, but you take me. Like, she's cool with that.
Okay, just rape her.
Yeah, but
she rolls over and watches reruns while you.
I like the excitement, and I want to be wanted. You know what I mean? I want to be wanted. I don't want the Ed Gein.
Nina tells me that shit too. Oh, it's always here for you. That's not sexy. I want you to want.
Yeah, I don't want no Ed Gein booty.
She can sit there and play fucking Candy Crush while I bang her. I don't want. That's not the life I want. No, I don't want that.
No, play with my
rather
balls.
Masturbate.
Yeah, play with my balls and shit. Like I don't want like a morning side booty morning quickie works. Sometimes it's like, yo, it's been 3 days. Everybody's been home. Let me get the side booty in the morning. Breath stinking. Like that's cool once in a while, but for the most part, I want that. I want that real shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I want to save it up for the real shit.
Right. I don't want to mess it up by jerking off all week.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, that's crazy. Ruben Villegas, we're going to be cramming on the 30th. I can't do the show, y'all. My balls hurt. I'm empty.
All I can think of is those poor bastards at BYU.
Yeah, you know what? Half them kids are in there jerking off in silence. I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
What a horrible life to lead, being Mormon. That's the one of all the reasons not to be Mormon. That's the number one reason. That's insane.
So 21 shot challenge. We're going to need y'all to turn into Kobe, fellas.
Man. All right. December 1, 21. Got 31 days to get 21 in.
The road to 21.
I'm going to tell Nina about this that way because I don't want to because here's the thing. Let's say I've jerked off already earlier today and she's like, hey, she's frisky or something.
I know.
And I need a minute. She might feel like I don't want her anymore or something. I can't have that. So I'm going to tell her what we're doing so that way she knows. Baby,
dude,
I'm
not allowed. I've been with my wife 20. What are we at? 22 years. It'll be 23 in January.
Yeah.
I've never told her no. Like she's told me no a zillion times. Like, hey, not today. If I say no, who you fucking? Why not? Well, I'm talking about sick,
fat,
hungover, still drunk, not in the mood, don't know how I'm gonna pay a bill. If she's ready, I got to get ready.
Right. Women want you to always want them, but they choose to. They say yes when they choose to, but they always want you to pursue them. Always. I try to get in that girl's little jeans every day. Every day.
And we got to
I'm successful about twice a week.
Yes.
That's not bad. 2 for 7. That's a decent batting average. That's
a decent. I can do AAA. I can play for the Missions 2 for 7.
Sure, because I play good defense and I've got a good glove. I've got good glove work.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's why we have over
amazing. My tongue's amazing. Got it.
And this is why we have over 1 million views. Because this is an informative show. What other show in San Antonio that you idiots that don't listen to the podcast can you get this type of information? Nobody talking about a 21 shot challenge.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nowhere. All right. Show presented in part by Olympus Solar and GC Roofing.
Raul, hold on, Mike.
Oh, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Raul, you need to call Orlando Kell.
20 or 2?
2 a month. Raul. What's
There's a
Orlando?
little O there.
What's
Orlando Kill.
what's his number?
Orlando Kill Law at gmail.com. That's the
Raul, if
official
that's
photographer of our show, by the way.
I know who it is, but Raul,
Raul,
if that's
is that
a
2 or
2,
20?
okay, it better be 20. If it's 20, okay. If it's 2, leave her.
Okay. There's a lowercase
Yeah.
O here.
That better be a 20.
Yeah, he's probably talking about grand total, actual intercourse, and him taking care of himself.
Okay, cool.
Adds up to about 20.
Okay, that's cool. Then you can stay with her.
So what I have done is since we're being all full disclosure here and super personal, I try not to beat off that much because, like I told you, I'm 50 and I'm fine. I have no problems, thank God. But I don't want there to be problems, so I try to save it up for when Nina's ready. When I save up my jerk off time during her period, right? And she lets me know. She announces to me, started my period today. You don't have to try to get in my ass for the next 4 days. That's her way of letting me know.
And you know what?
Off, you horny bastard.
Knowing Nina, that's exactly how she
That is exactly what she says. I'm on my period. And that's code to me to, okay, cool.
Hands off.
Yeah, hands off, you fucking lion. Go away. But that's when I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to beat off in the shower tonight or in the morning.
Oh, okay.
And I'll jerk off 2 or 3 times that week, knowing that I've got 4 to 5 days here.
Yeah.
Sometimes 6 before, okay, green light. You know what I mean? So this is good. There's certainly some strategy in this. This is this is a segment we're going to revisit at least twice a week during the month of Jesus' birthday.
That's so awful. Sorry, Olympus.
Sorry, Olympus. Look at Zeus. He's like, I fuck 40 times a month.
Yeah, exactly. Zeus has that God dick.
All right, it is Olympus Solar and GC Services Roofing. They work together, these boys. Olympus is our newest partner. These guys here, board certified, PV installation professional with the North American Board of Certified Energy Practitioners. That is a fancy way of saying they're the shit when it comes to doing solar. And they do generators as well. Standby generators, backup home batteries. I had these backup batteries I kept for the longest time when I was living in Hawaii because the Wi-Fi spotty on that island. And then COVID hit, and I had these lithium batteries that I had. So Olympus does backup batteries. They do generators for you never know. And they do solar. So if you've thought about getting solar on your roof or maybe a solar garden on your property, a lot of people have property. They'll put solar panels out there. It is Olympus Solar, 210-236-8314 or olympuselectric210.com. It is Olympus Solar. And if you're looking into getting into the roofing situation, that's with our boys at GC. They work together very often with Olympus. So go get your roof fixed and then get Olympus to come in and put your solar on. It is GC Services Roofing and Construction, serving the greater San Antonio area, all the way up into the hill country, all the way down to the Gulf Coast and all points in between. It is GC Services Roofing, 210-347-0426, GC Services Roofing. All right, it is in the building. Shadeur Sanders finally got to play the other day. And what a weird twist of fate. While he was playing for the first time in his NFL career, some assholes were robbing his house. Shadeur Sanders on Sunday became the latest athlete to have his house broken into. They've arrested several people, but clearly there's a lot of motherfuckers out there doing this. Someone's going to wind up getting killed at this. Someone's going to get killed. An athlete's good. Someone's wife, somebody's child. Someone's going to get killed in one of these houses. These assholes break it into all the time with these celebrities and these ball players. It's out of control.
And I feel like it's got to be these Malibu's most wanted kids because, Mike, you and I both have a few rich friends. And when you go to their compounds, it's like trying to get into the Pentagon. Mm-hmm. There's like two, three gates to go through to get to some of these people's homes. So that leads me to believe that some of these are just inside jobs of these kids that are silver spoon, hella privileged, bored as fuck. And in those type of neighborhoods, I'll leave my door open. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? And next thing you know, You got this wannabe gangster whose parents are paying $30,000 a year in property taxes, wants to be a criminal. I don't know what's up with these kids that have everything in life, but they want to be criminals. I don't know what it is, but it's not easy to get to a celebrity's home. So that leads me to believe these are people that are in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and Shadeur always has a lot of dudes around him, man. The first
That
thing
too.
I would suspect
too.
one of my buddies was an inside mole.
Yeah, you know what? That could be right, but also so many with people having cameras everywhere in the home now. It's weird, man. We saw this. What was it? Patrick Mahomes? Is it Kelsey?
Mahomes has had it. Luka Doncic.
I mean, what better time to do it? You know they're playing.
I know. And so it feels like it's safe where no one's going to get hurt. We'll just bust in, steal their jewelry.
But somebody's wife. What? Oh, it was Joe Burrow's girlfriend.
His girlfriend almost ran into them. She almost came home as they were leaving. They just missed her. Like she got home and she could literally like smell the clothing they had on.
I'll have y'all know, in Texas, our wives can shoot too.
Damn right.
So proceed with caution, you idiots. Because if somebody's white, and then next thing you know, his mama on TV crying, my baby didn't deserve to die. I'm not saying baby deserved to die, but when you break into people's homes, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Absolute bullshit. Someone's going to get killed at some point.
Mm-hmm.
If I were rich, dude, I would live, and this is why rich people live in gated communities that have security guards at the gate and helicopters with fucking drones flying over their neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's not just that they're scared, it's that assholes want to take their shit. Because so many people in this world just want to take other people's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I got pranked the other day last week. Some asshole making me think I was going to go to jail if I didn't send him money because I had a warrant for my arrest. I saw a billboard that got put up right here over 281. CPS put a billboard up over right here by the Alamo Dome.
Yeah.
And I saw it yesterday. It says, CPS will never call you to collect money. Do not answer these phone numbers. Do not send money to us on the phone. We would never call.
Thank you, CPS. I appreciate that.
Show you that it's so rampant right now with everybody. Bexar County Sheriff, CPS, ball players getting broken into because it's absolute effing bullcrap. Punch all these assholes. Ugh, that's gross. All right, shout out to Moat Enterprises Land Company. Just spent $600 this morning on new shirts. And it's Sammy's Embroidery. Shout out to Moat Enterprises. They do land development, land investment. They build houses. They sell houses. It is Moat went up there and
did they say in the building?
Yeah, they got the in the building discount when they walked in there today. So shout out to Moat, MOAT. Got the in the building discount. Sammy hooked them up. Sammy's Embroidery is where they went. That's where anyone should go to get their logos done. Hats, shirts. So what they did was they got what's the real high? It's not Columbia. It's the highest level fishing.
Is it the Ariat?
No, it's a little bit. Shit, I can't think of what it's called. But it's these real fancy fishing shirts.
I know which ones you're talking about too.
Flap in the back. They're made really well. I thought about buying me one and putting in the building on there. So they had their company logo put on those shirts today. Spent $600 with Sammy. It's Sammy's Embroidery. You should too. 210-824. 3900 or samsembroidery.com. samsembroidery.com. All right. People are also in here talking about their dogs. I didn't mean to. I hate that. Nothing brings a room down like talking about dogs. It's unfortunate, sucks, but it is what it is. And appreciate. And I think that made Dale feel good to hear other people going through it as well. We've gone through 2 dogs now in the last 2 months. Sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Shout out to my boy Dale. All right. Had a fun fact for you. Cooper Flagg, new Mavericks sensation. They played last night, I think, or maybe the night before. Cooper Flagg now has played he's logged more minutes as a Maverick than Anthony Davis has.
And Anthony Davis got there in February. Cooper's already now played more minutes for the Mavericks than Anthony Davis has. And he's been there almost a year. That's an interesting topic. It's an interesting topic, Mike, because you don't, I guess you have no control over where you go, but now you have Kyrie Irving, who's probably not going to play this year because it don't look like the Mavericks are going to be any good. There's no reason to run him out there. Mm-hmm. Anthony Davis in and out. That's not what you want for a guy of Cooper Flagg's talents. But I guess it is what it is, man. It sucks.
Does suck. I mean, so there's now, I mean, I'm interested in that because I feel bad for my family. I've been listening to a lot of Mark Stein, Tim McMahon. These are the people that they live in Dallas and they break a lot of Mavs news and shit, and Shams and all these guys. So there's now some scuttle that Patrick Dumont, the owner, well, he works for the owner. He's the one that fired Nico Harrison. He's now decided apparently that, we don't know what we're doing. We have botched this from the beginning. All these fans think I'm a complete jackass. So there's now some scuttle that the Mavericks may give control of the team back to Cuban. Mark hasn't been in control in a few years. They have two interim GMs. Michael Finley's one of them. Some other dude's one of them who was already working there.
They're co-GMs.
Yeah, they're interested in Dennis Lindsay, who studied under R.C. Buford for a long time.
Yes, good point.
But now they're going to give Cuban a lot more of the power back that he relinquished when he sold the majority of the squad to these new people in Vegas. That's a bad scene. They're going to have to trade Anthony Davis. They want to completely blow this thing up because they're not going to, and Kyrie is going to get traded to at some point. Problem is they don't have any value. They have got to get Anthony Davis back on the court, and he's got to play in a month's worth of games so they can show other teams you can trust to trade him. Ain't nobody in the league would trade for him right now for nothing. I wouldn't trade Jeremy Sohan for Anthony Davis right now.
No.
Nobody. And that's just a mess. They have control of this draft pick coming up, and they'll probably be in the lottery. They're so shitty right now. Dallas does not have any control of its 27, 28, 29, 30, or 31 number one draft pick. They've traded the rights away. The Spurs have their rights, I think, in 2030. The Rockets, I think, have control of one of them. It's a mess.
If I'm Dallas, I strongly consider once Cooper gets to 65, so he can be in the running for Rookie of the Year, I totally go into tank mode. And I say that because this is a really, really good class of freshmen that are about to be in the NBA. And it's my last chance to get someone to play with Cooper because I've traded all my picks away. So I would strongly, and again, right now, I don't even know if Cooper's the Rookie of the Year. So if I see that he's not in the running, I shut him down. Oh, he has a blood clot. Anthony Davis, lower back, and we're not going to rush Kyrie back. I would strongly consider tanking to get me something that I can build with Cooper going forward because I have no draft picks coming up. I strongly consider shutting it down around February.
Same. They'll draft someone good next year because they actually
and then that's it.
That's it for 5 years.
It's your last chance.
The other day, like some rando fan tweeted about how shitty the organization was and how toxic the scene has been. And Cooper Flag's mama retweeted it. The Flags are not happy.
She retweeted that?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, not good. Kind of like CD's mom liking the Facebook post that Dak was asked 2-3 years ago. Shouldn't have done that, but
don't mess with your mama's boy.
The Flags are not happy. Their baby boy got put into the worst possible situation ever.
Brendan Haywood, he played with the Mavericks. I want to say he was on the 2011 championship team.
I think he was.
Okay. He was on a pod and he said he spent some time up there when Luka was still there, and he was going to everybody that was somebody and like, hey man, y'all got Luka, this guy. And everyone he talked to was like ho hum about Luka, and he was like, man, y'all gonna have an MVP. And according to Brendan Haywood, this is just him. You know how these podcasts are, people fight for clicks. He said that guy told him, whoever this was, we hope not. He says, Luka doesn't listen to us now. He says, if Luka gets an MVP, he'll never do anything we say. Now, this is according to Brendan Haywood. I don't know how true this is, but them trading him away and the way they were treating him while he was there, taking his beers away, telling people he's fat, it kind of makes me believe that it's true. Like you running around the organization, man, y'all got Luka, this kid, and everybody's like,
oh, no doubt. There's a reason why Nico didn't like him. It wasn't just because he's from Europe. Luka made kind of the own bed, but that didn't mean that Nico had to make the bed up. Nico should have kept making it work. How many times in the NBA's history have teams put up with bullshit from divas? Happens all the time. They went to the finals with him being a dick or whatever.
Sure did.
They should have kept building that thing around Luka and just doing whatever he wanted to do because he was a badass. But now now they're stuck with people's mothers retweeting how toxic the situation is. I'd rather have Luka Diva than what they got going now.
Yeah, for sure.
They're years away from being a contender again. And hell, they don't get this shit together quick somehow, some way. They may lose Cooper Flagg. He may be like, "Yeah, I'm out." He may go. Yeah. He may pull a CP3 and be like, "Nah, not doing this." It's a bad scene. And before we get out of here, shout out to Jeff Traylor. He's had a rough week. They won their game. How's Chris Boyd doing, Bouquet? It's the year from hell in New York with the Jets. Chris Boyd, who played at Gilmore for Jeff Traylor and then played at Texas, got shot in the stomach in a bar in New York City the other night. You see this?
Oh, I did see
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So have you heard anything about how he's doing?
Last I saw was critical condition, but
I think he's
still alive.
I think he's going to be okay. So this is New York Post this morning. Jets players who partied with Chris Boyd before New York City nightclub shooting have been revealed. What a season. New York Jets cornerback Chris Boyd, who's from Gilmer, played for Jeff, was partying with a pair of teammates at a trendy Manhattan nightclub when things turned sour in a confrontation with a rowdy group of patrons, leaving the player with a bullet in the gut. Boyd, who's 29, was out on the town with Gang Green linebacker Jamie Sherwood and wide receiver Irvin Charles at Say Less Asian Fusion nightclub on West 38th Street early Sunday when a gang of wisecrackers began making fun of their fancy clothes, making Boyd uneasy with the vibe. As the athletes made for the exits around 2 a.m., a scuffle broke out on the street outside and shots got fired, with a slug striking Boyd in the abdomen, even as the crowd scrambled. Wild video from the scene was posted on Twitter by Crime in New York City. Shows a mob of people in the street throwing punches, and 2 shots rang out, sending everybody scrambling for cover. Stupid. I'm 29 years old, got the world by the balls, millions of dollars. My ass ain't at the club. I'll drink at home. I'll go to. It's the Jets.
I can bring the girls to me.
That's right. Jets doing jet shit.
Yep. Best quarterback of my lifetime stabbed someone. Had our best player overall die. We have a player get shot.
Mm-hmm.
We're 0-7. Then we finally get some wins. It's been a fucked up season for the
Wait,
Jets.
who died?
Nick Mangold.
Yeah, Nick Mangold.
Shit.
Remember the big white boy defensive? Yeah, he was.
What did he have? A heart attack?
Cancer.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How'd I miss that?
Worst season in Jets history. And Quinnen Williams looked real good with that big blue star on the side of his helmet last night.
Yeah. It's all great. Things are going up for the Jets. Don't forget, the last 3 seasons have been terrible. We get a quarterback savior. He plays 2 plays. He snaps his Achilles. That season's terrible. He comes back. We think everything's all right. He plays like shit, ruins the team chemistry, shits on the team on the way out. We hire a new team, and then everyone stabs and dies in the next season. So it's all
Chris
great.
Boyd's in the hospital. Shut up.
It's everything.
All right.
Great.
Thanks as always to Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of our show. It is 7 locations in and around San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, man, where's the rum?
It's Texas Cheer Liquor, 7 locations. All of them will give you 5% off when you mention in the building. Holidays are around the corner. They got sweet holiday hookups.
We'll have a bottle engraving coming up probably around Christmas, too.
Nice. That you can give away as a gift with a message on there. Very cool. So thank you to Texas Cheer Liquor. 7 convenient locations all over the area. All of them will give you the 5% off when you mention in the building. All right, they're having a Friendsgiving at Nina's office today. She's supposed to bring me a big old plate here in a minute, so I'm going to go eat.
That's electric.
All right, good.
I'm jealous.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Don't forget, we got to start jerking off on December the 1st. But until then, save some for your old lady because it ain't quite December the 1st yet. All right, thanks, boys. It's been good. All right, that's it. Back in here tomorrow. So we're going to do, tomorrow's 10 a.m. Yes, okay. Yeah, tomorrow. More shows mañana, 10 a.m. Thanks, everybody. 1 million views. Yeah, what? Come on now. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it very much. See you back in here mañana later.
We gotta keep on doing. You can.